She was just 8 years old, but when a flight attendant tore up her mom's ticket and ordered them to economy, that little girl's next words stopped an entire airport cold. No one knew her mom was actually a powerful black CEO until the truth exploded across every screen worldwide. What happened next got that flight attendant fired on the spot and left millions cheering online. If you're part of the Black Visionaries family, hit that like button right now and subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories like this one. And before you go, tell me, where are you watching from? Stop! Don't tear that ticket. The shout ripped through the quiet airport gate like a spark in dry grass. A little black girl in a bright pink jacket, barely 8 years old, stood trembling with fury. Her tiny hand pointed straight at the flight attendant in a crisp blue uniform, who held a boarding pass already bending in her fingers. The attendant smirked, tilting her head with cold satisfaction, and began to rip it. Passengers froze. A businessman clutched his chest, a woman gasped, phones lifted, ready to record. "That's my mom's seat," the little girl cried, her voice cracking. "She paid for it. You can't rip it." Her mother, calm but clearly hurt, placed a hand on her daughter's shoulder. Her name was Ava Langston, CEO of one of the biggest logistics companies in the country. But the flight attendant didn't care to ask. She'd only looked at Ava, frowned, and said sharply, "Business is full. You'll have to move to economy." Ava kept her composure. "My ticket is for seat 2A. I have proof right here." She showed her phone, booking confirmation, receipt, and all. The attendant's tone hardened. "We're upgrading a frequent flyer. Please cooperate." The little girl stepped forward, eyes full of fire. "My mom is 2A. Don't you dare." The paper creaked again, another second, and it would tear. Dozens of phones were filming now. Ava took a breath. "Ma'am," she said firmly, "this isn't about rules. It's about respect." But the attendant didn't listen. With a flick of her fingers, "Ryup," the ticket split in half. Gasps rippled across the gate. The little girl screamed, "You can't do that. She's the boss." The attendant scoffed, "The boss?" Ava looked her in the eye. "Yes, I'm the CEO." A hush swept through the room. Someone whispered, "Did she just say CO?" The tension was electric. The attendant blinked but stood her ground, arms crossed. "Rules are rules," she said smugly. "You can take it up with my supervisor." Ava straightened her blazer. "I intend to." Moments later, the supervisor arrived, a man named Rivera, holding a tablet. He saw the torn ticket, the crowd, the cameras, and the little girl still trembling beside her mom. "What's going on here?" he asked. Ava handed him her phone. "Confirmed seat 2A. Paid in full. She downgraded me to economy for a special passenger. I'd like this explained, on camera." Rivera scrolled through the system. His brows furrowed. "It shows a downgrade due to profile mismatch. Who entered this?" The flight attendant's voice faltered. "I made a judgment call." "Based on what?" Ava pressed. Silence. The air was thick. Every camera pointed straight at the woman in blue. The little girl, Zoe, spoke up, her voice small but strong. "My mom worked so hard. She promised we'd sit together and watch the clouds. Is that against the rules?" Rivera looked at her kindly. "No, sweetheart. That's not against the rules." Then he turned to the attendant. "Restore her seat immediately." "But Mr. Landry is a platinum member. Platinum doesn't beat paid," Rivera cut in sharply. "We'll move him to another flight." Applause broke out around them. The teacher nearby whispered to Zoe, "You're brave, honey." But the attendant refused to look up. Rivera's voice softened. "Please apologize to Ms. Langston and her daughter." The woman clenched the torn paper in silence. She couldn't say it. And that silence said everything. As Ava and Zoe walked down the jet bridge, phones were already buzzing. By the time they sat in seat 2A together, clips had gone viral. Captions flooded social media. "Flight attendant tears CEO's ticket," "Child defends mom," and "Rules are rules until receipts roll in." During taxi, another flight attendant approached quietly. "Ma'am, I'm so sorry for what happened at the gate. That's not who we are." She handed Zoe a pair of plastic wings. "For bravery." Zoe pinned them proudly. "Do clouds have wings, Mom?" Ava smiled. "They do today." By 10,000 feet, the airline's social media team was scrambling. The hashtag clouds and receipts trended worldwide. Passengers' videos hit millions of views. Comment sections filled with outrage and admiration for the little girl who stood up for her mom. When they landed, Ava's phone exploded with notifications. News outlets were calling. Headlines read, "Flight attendant suspended after viral gate incident. CEO downgraded because of profile mismatch. Company launches investigation." Ava stayed composed. When reporters asked for a statement, she said only, "Policies matter, but people matter more." Today, my daughter reminded everyone of both. That night, the airline released an official statement. "We sincerely apologize to Ms. Langston and her daughter. The employee involved is no longer with the company. We are reviewing our procedures to ensure this never happens again." Zoe read it and gasped. "Mom, she got fired?" Ava sighed softly. "Yes, but I don't cheer for anyone losing a job. I cheer for fairness. Sometimes consequences teach what kindness couldn't." The next morning, Ava entered a high-rise boardroom for an investor call she'd delayed the day before. The moderator smiled. "Before we start, Ms. Langston, I just want to say, your daughter is a hero. My wife cried watching that clip." Ava smiled back. "She's my hero too." Later that evening, as the city lights flickered outside their hotel room, Zoe fell asleep with the little plastic wings still pinned to her pink jacket. Ava scrolled through her phone, trending number 3 worldwide. Comments from flight crews, parents, and travelers poured in. One message stood out, from Rivera: "Glad you and Zoe got home safe. Thank you for letting me fix what I could." Ava replied, "Thank you for doing the right thing when it mattered." She set her phone down, kissed her daughter's forehead, and whispered, "You changed more than a flight today, Zoe. You reminded people that courage can fit in the smallest voice." The video continued to spread, gate to screen, screen to heart, showing one timeless picture: a little girl in pink pointing at injustice, a mother standing proud, and a torn ticket that symbolized something much bigger than a seat. And somewhere high above the world, a silver plane cut through the night sky. Every passenger finally seated exactly where they belonged. And that's how a little girl's courage grounded arrogance and lifted justice higher than any plane could fly. If you're part of the Black Visionaries family, hit that like button right now and subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories like this one. And before you go, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from?